This message needs to be heard because I've re-recorded it 75,000 times and I keep having problems. So stick with me. This is apparently a really important message. I'm going to do one that is a little bit more controversial, and I'm going to talk about highest timeline. So the highest timeline belief is that we have these different realities, these different timelines. I call them paths that we can walk, and we have the ability to shift between them. In the highest timeline, the more popular New Age belief around this highest timeline insinuates or suggests that there's a perfect reality out there for you, that our goal here in the 3D or incarnate reality that we're presently in is to align with and achieve this level of ascension to the higher dimensions so that we can cast off limitations, sometimes gaining supernatural or extraterrestrial abilities as we ascend. That's kind of the highest timeline thing. It calls for you to try to stay in a high vibrational state and to really work toward alignment so that you can reach and fulfill your purpose. And the thing about this is that it can create this like pressure or perfectionism that leads to like a spiritual anxiety, and can really have this element of like, if I'm not high vibe enough, that I'm failing, I'm not aligning, I'm not going to get to this highest reality, this pressure. And I see this belief to be very, very similar to the idea of working to get to heaven in Christianity, that there is this perfect reality above us that we, if we are clean enough or high vibe enough, that we can get to. Okay. So that is how I see the highest timeline narrative. Now I have to say, and I probably should have said this first, I do this work. I'm not criticizing people who believe these things because I believe them myself. I believe that there are different pathways out there, that there are these converging realities. I believe that our choices, actions, and decisions in this incarnate reality can help control our spiritual direction or spiritual path. The way I incorporate this in my life is through storytelling. So I see this journey as a journey of becoming, a fool's journey, if you will. And when I do my writing practices, I'm actually doing path working through storytelling. So this is a practice that I believe in, and I do, that there isn't this linear pathway to some perfect reality, that what we're doing is we're walking a spiral, right? It's a spiral path, and it is about being shaped by your choices, by being shaped by your land, by being shaped by your ancestors, and not in chasing this perfect reality, but in choosing the reality that will get us to where we're going, that will help us reach our goals. It also requires a lot of self-evaluation. So when I align with the wheel of the year, I use those touch points to evaluate my path. And I have to look inside for that. I'm not looking, the idea of highest timeline and highest vibe is that there's a sense of avoidance in it. And path working actually takes a lot of inner work and a lot of self-reflection. So, it's not about reaching some cosmic finish line. It's really about like living in rhythm with your truth. So you can ask yourself, if you're trying to discern, if you're in this practice and you're trying to discern if your spiritual leader is leading you in a direction that will help you make the most of this really powerful and transformative practice, you can ask yourself, are you chasing fantasy? Are you chasing a reality that is fantastical, or are you cultivating a life in the here and now that is real, rooted, and authentically yours? That is a difference. You don't need a highest timeline. What you need is a path that is honest, evolving, and yours, that you form, that you forge, right? So are you forging your own path? Step by step, root by root, or are you chasing some timeline that may or may not exist?